fantastic grade 5 students. How are you? How have you been? I hope that you have been staying safe and healthy and doing lots and lots and lots of revision. Remember, I always say, make hay while the sun shines. Always remember to utilize the opportunities given to you. Welcome to today's class. As usual, I am yours truly, Miss Yulita Brown Phillips. Today, we will be looking at subtracting fractions with like denominators, the same denominators. But before we delve into the actual topic for today, let's do some recapping. What is a fraction? By now, my children, you should know what is a fraction from the top of your head. A fraction is something that shows part of a whole. It represents or expresses numbers that are less than 1. A fraction is equal to a part over a whole. A fraction has 2 parts. The bottom number, which is called the denominator, it shows the total number of parts. And the top number, which we call the numerator, this tells us the number of parts we are talking about. Let's look at this example. 5/7. 5, numerator. Number of parts we're talking about. 7, denominator. Number of equal parts the whole is divided into. Now that we have that out of the way, boys and girls, let us dig in. Subtracting fractions with like denominators. What does the word like mean? The word like means the same. So let's examine some terms associated with subtraction. These are terms, if you see them in a problem, you know definitely you have to subtract. Subtract, less. Take away, decrease. Difference, minus. Deduct, fewer. Let's examine the steps to subtract fractions with like denominators. We leave the common denominator and subtract the numerators. We never subtract the denominators. After working, always reduce the fractions to its lowest terms if necessary, or write it in its simplest terms on the answer line. So boys and girls, let's look at the first example. 3/5, take 1/5. Boys and girls, do you notice that both denominators are the same? So the only thing we will trouble is the numerators. In this case, the numerators are 3 and 1 respectively. So we write 3 take 1 over 5. We replace the common denominator. When we take 1 from 3, what would our answer be? Our answer will be 2. So 3/5 take 1/5 will be equal to 2/5. We can write that fraction on the answer line because it is expressed in its simplest form. We do not have to reduce it to lowest terms. Let's look at example 2. 10/15 take 5/15. Of course, our denominators are the same and we never subtract them. Our numerators are 10 and 5 respectively. So we place our numerators 10 take 5 over 15, the common denominator. When we take 5 from 10, what would our answer be, boys and girls? Yes, 5. Our answer is 5/15. Let's zoom in a little more on this fraction. Can we write this fraction as it is on the answer line? Is this fraction expressed in its simplest form? No, we can reduce it. What number can we use to reduce this fraction? Did I hear 5? Yes, we can use 5 because 5 can go into both 5 and 15 without leaving a remainder. So let's divide our numerator by 5 and our denominator by 5. 5 into 5 will give us 1. 5 into 15 will give us 3. Therefore, 5/15 in its simplest form is 1/3. So boys and girls, now that you would have gotten the hang of it, I want you to complete this activity. Number 1, 7/10 take 3/10. Number 2, 11/15 take 7/15. Boys and girls, take 2 minutes to complete this quickly. Let's see what you have. 7/10 take 3/10. We subtract the numerators only and we replace the common denominator. 7 take 3. If we take 3 from 7, our answer will be 4. So now we have 4/10. Boys and girls, I want to ask you a question. Can we write 4/10 on the answer line as it is? No, we can't. We have to express it in its simplest form, and we can do that by reducing it to lowest terms. What number can we use to reduce 4/10 to lowest terms? 2. Because when 4 is divided by 2, you will get 2 with no remainder. And when 10 is divided by 2, you will get 5 with no remainder. So 2 into 4, 2. 2 into 10, 5. So 4/10 in its simplest form is 2/5. Do you have that? If you do, put a big tick for me, boys and girls. If I were close to you, boys and girls, you would have gotten a big sticker from me. Next one. 11/15 take 7/15. Numerators, 11 and 7 respectively. The denominators, 15. So we know we never subtract our denominators, we only subtract our numerators. So 11 take 7 equals 4. We replace the common denominator, so the answer is 4/15. Boys and girls, zoom in on that fraction. Can we write that fraction on the answer line as it is? Yes, we can. That is the simplest form this fraction can be expressed in. Boys and girls, you did excellent work today. I am so proud of you. We are about to bring the curtains down on today's lesson. But before we bring our curtains down today, we must do the problem of the day. For today's problem, 2 similar containers are filled with milk. One is 7/8 full and the other is 5/8 full. What fraction more does one have than the other? What fraction more does one have than the other? Take a minute and get that done, boys and girls. You should be finished by now. Do you have 7/8 minus 5/8 for your first step? If you do, that is correct. So we notice in those 2 fractions that the denominators are the same. When our denominators are the same, we only subtract our numerators. We never subtract our denominators. So it's 7 take 5 over 8, the common denominator. When we take 5 from 7, we will get a result of 2. Our answer is 2/8. Boys and girls, can we write 2/8 on the answer line? No, we can't, because 2/8 can be expressed in a simpler form. What number can we use to reduce 2/8 to its simplest form? Did you say 2? You are absolutely correct. So we will divide by 2. 2 into 2, 1. 2 into 8, 4. So now we can write our answer on the answer line. Our answer is 1/4, or we can say that another way, 1/4. So one container has 1/4 more than the other container. Boys and girls, thank you for joining us today. I trust that you enjoyed today's lesson. But before we go, I want to ask you a question. What do mathematicians do? Mathematicians work in different ways. Mathematicians strive. Mathematicians explore. Mathematicians reason. Mathematicians find solutions, and solve problems. Boys and girls, you are mathematicians. Bye. See you next time.